Hey, what's up? This is my honest review about ClickUp. This video is for you if you want to know what is ClickUp, if you're thinking about using ClickUp for your company or your employees. And I tell you exactly in this video what ClickUp can do and what it cannot. Where are the limitations? I work with ClickUp for a couple of years now. I was the former CEO of an 8-figure company. Now I specialize in building scalable systems for other online companies. So I can tell you exactly what ClickUp is about and what alternatives we have. So let's dive into it, what ClickUp is. So ClickUp, basically it started with this project management software. It somehow evolved into a one-and-all platform. So what it stands out is project management. It really is good in project management. It has a lot of intuitive things which shine compared to other platforms like Asana or Trello. But the point where it wanted to become an all-in-one platform, also like CRM and all the automations and AI, it somehow lost its edge because it does know everything, but not everything good. Like it's okay, but it's not good. So this is where ClickUp stands right now. So it is for you if you want to have a real strong project management and you want to manage your team. You want to have an overview of your team. You want to have different tasks with deadlines, with dependencies, with accountability of your team. This is where ClickUp shines. And also probably like if you have different projects which needs to be worked on of different teams, if you want to have different spaces and have your company somehow organized, this is where ClickUp is really good in, which is what ClickUp is really bad in when it becomes too much. Meaning, for example, if you want to build a CRM into ClickUp, it's not a good thing because when you have like 1,000 or 2,000 leads in a list, ClickUp becomes very fast, very laggy. So this is a huge limitation. Plus, it is missing the core features of a CRM. Like, for example, finding a specific client in your whole system and doing it in one client card, what a CRM does. And ClickUp is really bad at it. It does not have a native function to find a unique identifier of a client and do things. You can have workarounds and building custom APIs and webhooks, but it's not scalable and I would not recommend it. So ClickUp has his own site where it compares itself to other software like Asana, Trello, Notion, Airtable, etc. Of course, it is the best, but in reality, it is not the best. It only really shines, like I told you, in project management, and it does it really well, and it's probably better than the other ones. But there's not like a huge difference to Asana or Trello if you're used to it. So I don't think if you use already one of the softwares mentioned here, it's worth switching. So when it comes to pricing, ClickUp only makes sense if you go to business. I can tell you also exactly why. Business, because you will have unlimited automations. This is the first thing. You have default views and protected views, which are important if you're managing a big team. This is you will have only in the business plan. You will have unlimited automation, like I told you. You will have webhooks and integrations. This is super important because ClickUp will fast, if you really scale to 8 figures and your team becomes bigger, have limitations, and you can only overcome these limitations with webhooks, custom APIs, and Zapier or Make. So you will basically need the business plan if you really want to have the full use of ClickUp, and you want to overcome like the first blockade which ClickUp has. And you will pay per seat, so the bigger your team gets, the more expensive it will get. There are some things you can do to keep the costs low. You can work a lot with guest invitations, and the guests can have specific access to specific spaces. But if you don't have like the person managing everything and knowing how to do it, I wouldn't recommend it. But you could basically do it on one license and have a team of 30 and everybody is working in it, but I wouldn't recommend it. And yeah, this is about the pricing. So let me show you ClickUp shortly and then I continue my thoughts on it. So this is how ClickUp looks like. You can have the light or dark theme. You basically, for you and your team, you will have a home dashboard which is customizable. You have a calendar, your to-do tasks, your dues, your overdue tasks, your next tasks, your today tasks, etc. You can customize it. You can have a lot of different dashboards with business metrics, but this is not something ClickUp shines because you can use the data which is inside of ClickUp. You can show it in the dashboard, but you can't do anything else with it. You can't give the dashboard information to Google Locker or send it somewhere else, and it all depends on how good ClickUp works. And ClickUp has some limitations, so simple dashboards are okay. For example, managing the team, the tasks load, or some events. But if you go in the direction of CRM, ClickUp really has huge limitations and it sucks when it comes to CRM. This is like my template library account where I have a lot of templates created for different clients. So you can have, for example, let me just open here this one of Vision Roadmap. You can have a board view, you can have a list view, you can have a lot of different views how your team works in it. You can have some integrations, and the most important feature of ClickUp is basically it has a very strong custom section, so you can have start dates, due dates, tracking time, making dependencies and relationships, subtasks. You can create a lot of different custom fields which can imitate also a CRM feature, a very strong comment section and mentioning section or targeting your employee section. You have unlimited storage space. This is huge, so you can build huge database of how to do stuff, of SUPs for your team, onboarding pipelines, hiring pipelines, etc. What ClickUp is also strong for is managing different permission. So you can have a lot of spaces, lists, and folders with different permission sets. Also for external people, ClickUp is really strong for it. What else? So yeah, basically everything with project management, tasks, events, like also for agencies which are building digital content, stuff like this. It is really strong. You can customize what is shown in the board view, even with pictures. You can customize what fields are shown, like simple pipelines, hiring pipelines. Sales pipelines can build into in ClickUp. Everything is really possible, and it does a good job. But when it goes into the direction of that you need like a CRM, like really a database of clients and what happens with the clients, different things from different softwares or sources are happening with the clients, then ClickUp is really bad because it has huge limitations. You can overcome this limitation with custom webhooks and APIs, but I would not recommend it. It will not work and it will not be scalable. And ClickUp becomes really fast, really laggy because it loads everything. So your team will always be complaining it's not loading, it's slow, etc. So the bigger your database gets, the more problems you will have. So this is why it's good when you stay with specific projects which will be done, or have pipelines where tasks will be really done and can move out of the pipeline, so to keep it clean. So I hope this is like a small overview if you can use ClickUp and if you shouldn't use ClickUp. So in general, I would recommend ClickUp in using when you're really not CRM dependent and doing a lot of like pipelines and projects for clients or projects in the team. Then ClickUp is the perfect fit for you. If you want to scale and need to have a CRM or a huge database, ClickUp is not for you. Because all this ClickUp feature we are talking here about, you can basically imitate and do also on Airtable. And Airtable is a very strong and much faster working software where you can build a whole CRM into it. Plus, you can basically everything which is going good in ClickUp do in Airtable too. The only thing I think maybe I forgot ClickUp stands out is notifications and reminders. You can build reminders in other softwares too, but ClickUp has a really strong notification system, meaning if your whole team is in ClickUp, you can just mark when they get the notification. They could work, for example, just from the notification box and see everything important what is happening. To be honest, in practice, this will overwhelm your team. They will get way too much notification, and they will be frustrated. So even though it's a very strong feature which needs to be managed, in reality, all the companies I built this for getting overwhelmed and don't want to receive any notifications at all, because most of them are using Slack and there are enough notifications. They just want to see what are the tasks to do and what are the tasks. The deadline is over, stuff like this. And this is also ClickUp does a good job at this. But this strong feature of notifications is basically most of the time useless because people don't want to get even more notifications. And the standard is also you get tons of emails about it. So you can turn it off. So if you just need project management and are managing events, pipelines and stuff which does not require a lot of data, ClickUp is perfect. ClickUp works really well. If you need to scale and you need a database and you need a CRM of your clients where all your clients and informations are, and it needs to be linked and a lot of automation needs to build, ClickUp is really bad. And then I would recommend going to Airtable, go high level, maybe Pipedrive, where you have much more options what you can do, and always combine with Zapier or Make. So I hope I gave you a good overview what ClickUp is capable of, what ClickUp is not capable of, and what you can do with ClickUp. So just if you're thinking about this is a huge decision you make for your team and your company, it will require a lot of months setting it up, fine-tuning in, getting the team educated how to use it, having an accountable person to manage everything, getting the dashboards in place. This is a lot of work. And if you do this, after 6 months, etc., it will be done. Your team starts working it, and then you discover all these limitations. So it's better to watch a video like this where you have like a small overview. Okay, is it the right thing? 10 minutes, and then you can decide even better. I will make maybe some comparison videos of different solutions like Airtable versus ClickUp, ClickUp versus Trello and Asana. But in general, ClickUp is very strong in project management. Everything else, it's not very strong. So this is like the rule of thumb. And I hope this helped you a lot. If you need somebody who builds systems like this, let me know. This is what I do. And see you in the next video.